Alright, let's practice speaking to prepare for my IELTS test. I will have the test next week. And now I have to learn.
Now, in this first part, I would like to ask you some questions about yourself. Are you more patient now than when you were a child?
I would say that I am more patient now than back in the day when I was younger. In the past, I was easy to be angry or even cry when I couldn't do a thing, even if that was a hard homework.
Does your job require you to be patient?
Currently, I am a student and it requires a lot of patience, especially when it comes to the day near the test. I have to put all of my effort into it to achieve my goal.
How do you feel when you have to do something for a long time?
Well, when I have to do something for an extended period, my motivation will reduce a lot. Also, my physical and mental well-being can be affected too, especially when that things is repetitive and tedious.
What is it that makes you feel impatient?
The thing that makes me lose my temper is a hard homework like math or physics that requires a lot of patience and skills and formulas to accomplish. So if I try all the methods like searching on the internet or asking other people but I can not solve it, it will be a nightmare for me.
Now, I'm going to give you a topic, and you will talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you start, you will have 1 minute to prepare. You can make some notes if you wish. 1 minute for preparation starts now.
So I would like to talk about a conflict I had with my classmates. I remember vividly it happened a year ago. At that time I was in grade 10 and we had a project to end our semester. That's an English project about a specific topic. And after receiving the offer, we started to divide the role for any members. I was responsible for the content and my classmate, he was account for the presentation, which was one of my weakness. And the disaster happened when it came to the day near the deadline, but he didn't do anything. I mean, we have finished the content and the PowerPoint for the presentation, but it seems that he didn't read anything in the project. And near the day we have to present, he said he couldn't do that because he haven't read anything. My feeling at that time was extremely angry. He didn't know how many effort I put into it to do that presentation, and now he said like nothing happened. But after the project, we got along with each other because I knew that his father had the illness and he had to be in the hospital to take care of his father.
Now, we will move on to part 3. Earlier, we talked about describe a disagreement you had with someone. In this part, I will ask you some more abstract questions related to this topic. How do we show respect to others when we disagree with them?
From my perspective, if we disagree with other opinions, a respectful way we can do is that hearing their explanation, and after hearing all of this, we can give the constructive idea of us, not for the battle, but to construct the whole idea. Another way to show respect in a conflict is ask someone to be a referee between two sides.
Why do some people avoid arguing with others?
There are several reasons why some people avoid to be in an argument. Firstly, they don't want the unwanted consequences like the break in relationship or violence. You know, there are numerous cases of just a normal argument can turn into a serious trafficking. That's terrible. Besides, some people just don't enjoy argue with each other. They want to get along with all the people around. So that's a safe way to stay.
What disagreements do parents and children usually have?
Oh, as I see, parents and their offspring often have a conflict on numerous things, like the time to play. Most children enjoy spending excessive hours on playing games. They can spend all day, which can be detrimental for their mental and physical well-being. On the other hand, however, the parent want them to be healthy and keep their health safe. So they want to minimize the time they spend on phone or digital platforms. Additionally, offspring are also keen on hanging out with their friend until late night, but the parent prioritize the responsibility, so they want their offspring at home soon.
Who do you think should teach children to respect their teacher?
People that can educate children to respect the teacher is the parents. They are the closest people to them, and parents always give the children the best advice for them. On the other hand, the teachers themselves can teach their children to respect, because they are the people who know how difficult and a challenge to be a teacher, so they can represent it to the students for them to understand. My part 1 was so terrible. Oh man. A 6